This is a 5 kilowatt EcoFlow lithium iron phosphate battery. This one is for the power kit, and we're using these batteries to power our shed and make it like a tiny home with AC, refrigerator, microwave, toaster, ice maker, projectors, whatever. We're gonna power a bunch of electronics and we're gonna push the EcoFlow power kit to the max. Today, we're installing not one, not two, but 3 of these 5 kilowatt hour batteries into our setup. So if you saw part 1 of our video, we started putting up this wall. So right now, this wall is just laid up there. The idea is we got these batteries. These are heavy battery. This is a 5 kilowatt hour battery and it's about 91 pounds. It's a good weight. So we are going to use the weight of the battery to keep itself down. It's interesting to see how the wiring is ran. There's room to run the wire behind the battery. Each battery does come with its own power cable right here. And you can hook up the power kit to up to 3 batteries. So this is the EcoFlow power hub. This is the main unit. So if you saw in our first video, basically our plan is to lay the 3 batteries right here. Battery number 1, stack up battery number 2, battery number 3. The EcoFlow power hub is going to be somewhere around here. Make sure there's about 4 inches at top for ventilation and about 4 inches of area down below for ventilation. It's going to break out to our AC DC panel, which we'll probably put right here. That's where all the AC lines will come out and the DC lines will come out to feed the entire shed or tiny home with power. We have 6 AC circuits and 12 DC circuits. You can actually control 6 of the DC circuits via the console, which we're going to install right here, the EcoFlow console, or you can control these 6 DC circuits via the EcoFlow app. We'll get into that later, but today we got to get our batteries installed. So this is the battery and this is the power cord that comes with the battery. So how long is the power cord? It is about 1.5 meter or 5 feet. This is the EcoFlow power cord. It does come with a battery. It is 4 gauge, 100 AMAX, 1.5 meters, 5 feet, lithium iron phosphate battery power cable. Very simple. The cool thing about the EcoFlow power kit is everything is pretty much plug and play with really high quality cable. Very nice braiding on the cable, and it's not a round cable, it's a nice flat cable so you can move it around easily. It's labeled battery so you know you cannot get it wrong. See, battery there and battery right here, and here are the plugs. So let me unwrap this. The only thing I would say is that it is 5 feet. That's actually not very long. I wish there's a longer option, and maybe they do sell longer cables. Ideally, you don't want this cable too long because you're carrying major power from the battery to the power hub. You want to keep the cable short to get the most power out of it. The longer the cable, you'll start to lose power. Basically, efficiency is dropped with longer cable length. We have 1, 2, 3 battery terminals that we're going to go ahead and attach to the power hub up there. And this one right here, we're running to our battery. Just make sure we have the right length. It's going to be just fine. And the way we're going to run the cable is we have a couple options. If you look behind the battery right here, this is the battery cover. We have the fuse down here. That's a 70 volt, 150 amp fuse. This is the connector right here. Boom, right there. So this is the connector that we will connect to our battery right here. It's super easy. You just push in and literally it will snap in. It's a solid connection. There we go. It snapped in. Very solid. And to take this out, you have to actually push the button right here. See, you can't take it out easy. You have to really push a button. It's very secure. Now that you see the cables attached, you see how you have routing? You can route the cable this way over the side and up, or you can route it over here on this side and up, or you can just run it back straight up through the different batteries. Whichever way we want to run, it's fine. So now that you see the cables like that, we will turn this towards the wall. Here is the cable. So you see, you want to have some length here too, because although these cables are flexible, they're not super bendable. So that's another thing you want to consider, is giving the battery some space. I cannot put this battery right next to the wall, simply because if I want to run the batteries up, that won't work. I need some room back here to run the battery. Or if I want to run it to the side right here, I still have a little bit of a bend. You see that right there? There's a little bit of a bend. Keep that in mind. So you're not going to put the battery right against the wall. If you're installing in a tiny home or in a small RV, you kind of want to use your space efficiently. So just keep in mind that you will need a little bit of space around the battery. And there's 2 ways to install the battery. You can use the included brackets right here. So these brackets, the way they attach is they're going to attach onto the battery side. So right there, you have 2 brackets and attach to the side right there. You get the screws over there. And you see, when you attach a bracket, there's some space behind the battery as designed. So it's already designed for you that way. So this bracket on this side, the other bracket on the other side. So when we test fit this, we have this option. We're going to mount the battery directly to our board right here, and that'll keep the board stable. So that's using the bracket. Now, if you're in an RV, this might work fine for you, or you might want to have it freestanding. If you want to use a freestanding, you use this kit. kit. Each battery also comes with the battery mounting strap. Here is the battery mounting strap. Oh, they even have some diagram for us. Oh, they got the template for us too. How nice. Here's a template for the battery strap. Basically, what you would do is you would draw out the place on the ground, and then you would mount these bracket to your ground, and then you would run the straps to it. It's very easy, right? Put the battery on and then run the straps. And this is the actual strap inside here. Wow, really high quality material. You have all the hardware here. You have the 2 straps here. Wow, really heavy duty straps. So you know it's gonna hold up well, especially if you're in a moving vehicle, you're driving around, bumps, dips, and everything, right? So here are the 2 straps for the battery. Open this right here. You get these 2 brackets. So now you have the full set. You can see how we have the brackets. We would mount the brackets to the ground, and then you'll be able to put your batteries in. Very heavy battery, so I'm not gonna put it in, but you can see how these brackets will sit around the batteries. The battery will sit in the center of this, and then you have the strap that goes around and over to the battery. So that way, it secures the battery really well. We're not doing that method. We're gonna use this simple bracket and attach it to our wall, just like we said earlier. Just like that. And then we're gonna attach this to our wall. Here's battery number 1. Let me just move this to the side here. Battery number 2, right here. So the cool thing about these batteries is that they have internal heating elements, so that in cold weather, they will heat up and be efficient. And in hot weather, they'll still work because they have a good tolerant range. And there's 2 sides of the battery. We obviously have the 5 kilowatt batteries right here, and these are bigger batteries. Or you can go with the 2 kilowatt batteries right here. These are obviously smaller and lighter weight. So you can figure out what system works for you. They have a 2 kilowatt EcoFlow power kit. They have a 4 kilowatt EcoFlow power kit. They have a 5 kilowatt EcoFlow power kit. They have a 10 kilowatt EcoFlow power kit and a 15 kilowatt EcoFlow power kit. You can imagine you have 2 kilowatt and 5 kilowatt, so you have a lot of options there. Sometimes you might even just want to use 2 batteries and then keep one port open to run a gas generator. If you don't have access to shore power, or you don't have access to strong solar, or you don't have access to alternator power, you can even use the EcoFlow gas generator as one of the battery sources too. We'll get into that, but pretty much we're unboxing our battery right here. In the box, you got the user manual, you have the hardware for this setup right here. This is the wall mount, which we're gonna actually be using. And then we got this big foam right here. Take out the big foam, there's the battery. It comes packaged really well because you have extra padding all around, and it's a beast of a battery. It's about 44 kilogram or 90 pounds. It's heavy. 5 kilowatt hour battery. Move it over here. There we go. Once you lay on top of each other, there are actual grooves inside where it sits in so they don't slide around. Very nice. Oh, they look lovely. I didn't notice the nice details the battery has. You have a little chamfer edge here. It's some kind of design. And then you have the power button over here, and you have a little screen. Boom. Protect from stripping, right? There we go. I think we can turn it on too, just because right now the battery is just by itself. There we go. So right now it has 28% power, so you have a little display, see the amount of power. Pretty cool. These batteries, EcoFlow. You can power them. You can use them to power obviously the power hub right here, or you can actually use an adapter that they sell to take it out and use it as other sources. The connector right here, they do sell a connector that has an output, and that connector also has RJ45 communication port, so you can monitor your battery usage without the power kit, just using the battery alone. So if that's something that you're interested in, these are awesome batteries because like I said, lithium iron phosphate, 5 kilowatt in a stackable arrangement, very robust, solid unit. That's awesome. Each battery comes with its own power cable. Boom, right there. Lithium iron phosphate battery cable, 5 feet, 1.5 meters. Let's go. Solid cable. Wow, these cables are nice. If you are installing the setup by yourself, everything is labeled and it's easy to follow. If you were to build your own kits, it's a lot of work because you have to make your own cable, run your own wiring, and run your own terminations. Everything here is terminated for you. Nice cable, already well terminated, well designed, well labeled too. Battery, right? You can't get that wrong. We're gonna take out the top here and put in our cable. So we're gonna push in until it latches on. Push in. There we go. We're gonna route it over here. There we go. We might let it come up on the side here. So that's cable number 2. Battery number 3. Your user manual, the mounting brackets over here, and you got your screws right there. Everything you need. You don't even need to worry about hardware. They got everything for you. Boom. There's your next battery, and we're gonna stack it on top over here. Take a look at the feet down below to see how they stack up. You see right there? You can see the feet, right? Get a good detail of the feet because that's how they stack up, and they're gonna stack up on top right there. You see where the groove is? There's 4 grooves for the feet to go. Right here, and right here, right here, and right here. So that way the batteries don't slide around. They have a place to sit when you stack them up. Very nice. Little attention to detail, that very important. Let me get this battery on top right here. Boom, we'll slide it in place. So once it slides onto the groove, it has a place to sit. Wow, that is 15 kilowatt of battery capacity. That's just insane. in a compact, self-heating, efficient lithium iron phosphate battery packs right here. Very cool. Third power cable right here. By now, you know how it goes. So here's our cable. This one we already unboxed earlier. So this cable goes on right here. Take out the cover. Cable goes in. Push it down until it locks in place. There we go. This is the tallest cable. They're all 5 feet, but this one, because the battery is so high up, give it some slack down there. We'll hook up like this. Boom. Very nice. Now that we have our batteries, we can kind of figure out where we want to put the bracket. We probably want to put it close to this edge right here, but not too close because we want to have a little bit of spacing for the brackets to easily be screwed on. We will have to use a screwdriver to screw the bracket on. That's the idea. These batteries are roughly 300 pounds now, and that's going to keep this board from moving, right? Because right now the board is freestanding, but once the batteries are attached to the board, it's going to hold the board up real well. And we have all our components here. We'll have some console here and maybe some AC outlets right here so we can use it to connect to all of our devices in our shed or aka tiny home. Next step is let's use the brackets, use the screws and attach to the board. What I should have done is I should attach the brackets onto the battery first. Now that we have everything aligned, I think I'm going to go ahead and remove the batteries and work on the bottom one first. It was nice to set up the battery so that we can get an idea of the height and the spatial arrangement and how we're going to run the wire. And just for reference, how to remove the battery cable, similar to how we put it on, except now we have to push this latch right here, undoes the latch, and then you can pull it up. Best to use 2 hands, but they're very well designed with super tight fitting. There we go, it's coming out. There we go, and boom, there's our cable. Put the dust cap right there so we don't get any dust into the battery terminal. Let's go ahead and take down the battery so we can start mounting the brackets on the bottom one first. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach the bracket first, right here. Here's our bracket. So there's a left and a right bracket. We have this 2 screws right here. Put this one right here. So there's a left and right side. See, this is obviously this is the opposite side, the correct side right here. We have the included screws. We have the machine screws that are gonna attach to the battery. And then the wood screw, we're gonna attach it to a wood backboard. Here's our hardware. There we go. Nice, that includes hardware for us, so we don't need to worry about the hardware. There we go. Repeat that on the other side. This side over here. 4 screws per battery. That should hold it up pretty good. Let's install our first battery into our tiny home. Probably don't want it too close to this wall. We can choose to run the wire up this way, or we can go to the side over here. Actually, no, even if we go to the side, we'll probably still go down like this and go up. Oh yeah, because this channel is gonna be open throughout all the batteries. So then we'll go up like that. We got a drill bit, we're gonna pre-drill. We have a 1/8 inch drill here. This one will help us pre-drill the holes. So we're gonna pre-drill the holes right here. We can put this battery in closer, but we wanna be able to easily access it. So this will do just fine right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 bolt through here. Pre-drill that hole. 1 on this side, over here. Same deal. Here's our screw. Oh yeah, it's solid. Same deal on this side over here. All right, nice. So we can add more screws if we want to, but I think 2 is good. Oh yeah, that hole is real steady. Our board is solid. That's only with 1 battery. So do you see how we can run the wires running straight up behind the batteries? Or we can run it on the side so that we can set it up to go to the side. Oh, actually to the side, it won't really fit. It's too tight. So going straight up here makes more sense. Plus it looks neater because the wires will be hidden behind the batteries. We're gonna leave this down to the side just for now. Next battery. Let's put the brackets on it first. Go ahead and add a bracket on this side right here. Right there. Look at the other side. Put this one right here. All right, battery number 2 brackets are on. We're gonna go ahead and install it on top. Battery number 2. Line up. There we go. So we have room back there for the wires. Perfect. It's in place. It's got the little feet to latch on. Let's get the second cable coming up here. There's spacing right here, so you can move this over. Nice. It's sitting pretty good. There we go. So you can line it up right there. It's good. Push this in so it's just flush. Let's hit this one right here. Oh, nice. 1 more over here. Battery number 2 tightened down. Very solid. Here's your wiring for battery number 2. Pop this out, push the wire in. Nice heavy duty cable. You get the label here. Both ends are the same thing, so it doesn't matter which side you connect. So just pick one, attach it on, push it in. Once you push it in, you'll hear a click. There we go. Battery number 2 is ready. I guess we'll just put the cable down for now. And if you notice, there's these little feet right here, 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 and here. That's where the batteries sit on top of each other so that they don't slip around. Plus you're attached to the board right here, which is your wall. Battery number 3. This bracket over here. So with the EcoFlow power kit, I like that everything is already out of box. You have your screws, you have your brackets, you have all the hardware you need. So it makes installation a breeze. You don't have to design anything. Everything's ready to rock and roll. Spin this over here and get this last bracket on. There we go. And the last screw, nice and tight. So again, we have the 4 feet right here, gonna sit on for the next battery. And when I lift the battery up, you can look at the bottom of the battery to see what it looks like. Here's the battery. You can see underneath, that's what the feet looks like. Very cool, right? So it will sit nicely on top of the batteries, like that. Oh yeah, there we go. It kind of sits nicely in the grooves, and we are good. And I like that the spacing of it, they thought of everything, because now that we got these wires, you see how this one comes up, we can fit it through behind the batteries. Boom, like that. And get this one coming up, that over here. All right, third wire. Take out this, attach this baby on, push it down until it locks in place. Snaps in place. All right, so this is our third battery. So once we have the power hub, it will just go and attach. Boom, boom. So you have all these extra slack right there, hides behind the batteries, so it looks super clean. So if we hide this one, let that slack go down there. Boom, battery number 1, battery number 2, battery number 3. We got our 3 batteries wired up. Oh wait, we forgot to bolt this down. Let's go ahead and bolt this down right here. Punch this hole. Boom. And then we'll punch the hole on this side over here. The stackability of the battery saves a lot of space. I like it. It's very efficient use of our space here. This one right here. Oh yeah. With a nice installation, you want to keep it nice and tidy and clean too. We got the Eufy H30 Venture right here. It's a powerful, lightweight vacuum cleaner, and you have a light so you can see when you're vacuuming up. Right here. There we go. Vacuum up our mess. Clean up the mess. We have some mess back here too. See how dark it is? When you turn on the light, you can see what you're vacuuming up. That's what I like about this vacuum cleaner. There we go. Clean up our mess. Right there. And it's clean, right? Oh yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna mount the actual power hub right here. Boom. It's a pretty heavy unit, so that's why we have the wood board right there. So I'll put it down for now. This board now is gonna be solid. It's gonna be strong enough. Now we can bolt this down if we want to, but it will be able to just mount directly on here. We should be good. And then we can plug our batteries into it. So our batteries gonna be attached and we're good. Day number 2 of our EcoFlow power kit installation. So we got the batteries installed. Tomorrow is the power hub. And by all means, I'm not a professional electrician, but we're gonna find out if this works. If you have any thoughts or feedback, put them in the comments down below. But there we go, the EcoFlow power hub tomorrow. Oh yeah. All right, so this is the last of the 3 batteries. Boom, turn it on. 1, 2, 3, power up. We got juice right there. That one's got 30%. This one right here, 28%. And we have one more down here. This one's got 29%, so all around 30%. Our batteries are installed and we have the terminals around ready to go to connect up to the power hub. I like the brackets, they're easy to install and they thought about everything. They let the cables easy slide in and out so you can move things around. It's just the right depth for everything. Very well engineered brackets and super easy to install. What I love is once you install everything and it sits nicely, it's very space efficient. Can you guys realize this is 15 kilowatt hour of lithium iron phosphate batteries right here with internal heating component to make sure they run optimal even in cold weather. So there we go guys, we've already installed our 3 EcoFlow. Day number 2 with all the batteries installed right here. EcoFlow 15 kilowatt hour battery for the power kit right here.